And undeafened.
Knight loves it.
Oh, Knight's unmuted and undeafened. All right, we're all here. Do we all recall what happened last week?
You have to switch to black.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
I
can't
guess switch
see
to
your
black.
tools.
I loaded into the server and then I immediately ran outside. Forgot to switch my things. Okay.
Hell
Do we all remember what's happened last week? Yes. Kill the heretics.
Fighting at the bathhouse.
Yes, an alarm has been sounded. And while you have temporarily taken away, I think... Oh no, there's like some imps that are flying at Vinshenzo. And we'd made it to the bottom of the turn order, which means it's Paelias' turn that we start out with.
Remember, there's some invisible imps. I forget how many I was able... I think 2 of the 3
This one here... Oops. This one here is fairy fired. This one here is invisible.
Okay.
And I want to say we heard a loud horn or other noise.
Yes, a
we
loud
also
horn
have
was
the
blaring.
two guys making their way over.
I'm alarmed.
They're running away.
Oh, they're running away now?
They got up. They hadn't seen what was going on because they were like down in defilade. They got up, realized that everything was fucked, and I think somebody started throwing stuff at them. I think it was Vaszerei. And then they turned around and they ran.
Sounds like a Vaszerei thing to do.
Right, we had our long rest. I'm freaking juiced.
Juiced. Vinshenzo's been juicing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Justice prevails.
So yeah, that's
what I say.
The brief play-by-play as to what was leading up to the start of this session, and we're going to maintain the same... For now, we're going to maintain the same initiative order because we're still in the same combat. So that starts us with Paelias' turn.
Makes sense to me.
Hell yeah.
Makes sense to the guy on 10 initiative, makes sense to the rest of us.
This is awesome.
I'm just gonna move, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm just gonna move 60 feet this way.
Hell yeah,
Huzzah!
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
Whoa.
That makes it Vari's turn next.
Vari.
So I can see the one imp there, right?
The pink one is visible to you. It's outlined in... Is it pink or violet that you have it outlined in there, Vinshenzo?
Violet.
Something like that. Chartreuse, maybe?
Violet.
There you go.
You have advantage on attacks against this guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you'd be at disadvantage attacking this guy.
How high up is he? Not very
He's 60
up.
feet up, I believe. Is the same height as Vin. And Vin's up 60 feet.
I don't think I can really do much, so I'll probably just
I have an idea.
end my turn.
Oh,
I have an idea.
an idea's been had.
So, if she was to move under it, or next to it, like here, for example, and then shadow step up 60 feet, would she be able to attack it? before
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I'll try that then.
I mean, you don't have to, but it's an idea.
Gotta step above and then
Well,
take it
I
down to the
was
ground
just
with.
thinking the
Oh,
bracer
oh.
of daggers, but
True. You could do
I
that.
could squish another one.
That is true. What if she attempts to grapple in midair? Would she be able to pull it down with her?
I would say so. Yeah.
So there you go. You have options. You can use your daggers. You can attack it, or you can grapple it.
You have a host of possibilities now.
I'm gonna try to grapple it then.
Exciting.
What do I do for that?
So you shadow stepped above it. You're going to roll your athletics, and it's going to roll acrobatics as an imp.
Let it.
It's +6.
Okay.
Does she have advantage on the grapple roll?
No.
Oh.
No. Fairy Fire only applies to attack.
Probably
Not
doesn't
only
do
that, but
anything.
I'm going to rule the
9?
complexities of
There's
grappling
a 9
something.
grapple?
We're about to find out. It's got a. It's going to use its dexterity, which is acrobatics. It's got a +3. Let's roll this over here. Oh,
No.
4 + 3 is 7.
9 beats a 7. You grapple it.
Grapple it.
Let me see here.
Oh,
Does that so the grapple will use up her action, right?
it's an attack. Yeah.
So she doesn't have any. I don't think she has any more attack. She used her bonus action to shadow step, and then she'd use her reaction to slow fall. So,
You don't want to pancake it into the concrete?
ooh, she could do that. Do you want to do that, Kidders?
Probably what she'd do.
Okay, so basically, like, you give it a bear hug, and then you, as you're falling, you, like, maneuver so that it hits the ground first.
Oh, I love it.
Given the fact that you can rotate yourself in midair freely, and it has unsuccessfully been grappled, so it can't really wiggle around you. It's also quite small, and you're quite not small compared to an imp.
Wow.
It's, what is it, D6 for every 10 feet, past 10 feet?
I think so. Yeah.
It's D6, 1d6 for every 10 feet, and it starts at 10.
So that's 5d6 damage. And I'm going to get you Kidders to roll. Do you have something that will allow you to negate fall damage?
Yeah. She
Aside from, okay, good. So that's 20 damage to the imp, and the imp just does not have 20 hit points. So you just splat the thing.
Good.
As you plummet to the ground, and you have it sort of like in a brace, so that its head hits the ground first, and there's an audible like coconut crack and a splat, and you can see like
Oh my goodness.
of ichor that just spatters out on the ground as you vacate its cranium.
Just gonna squish all the enemy.
Squanch. There goeth an imp. Is that all you can do with your turn? Do you have any other things you want to squish?
I think that's it.
Vari, the bug squisher.
She's squashed 2 so far.
I just hope the other one doesn't get turned on now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. He's dead now, thank Christ. All right, Vaszerei, you're up.
Okay, so 2 questions. One, these guys are running, is that correct?
They appear to be.
2, where is the alarm sound coming from? Is it from the other side of the room?
It's
here.
coming from outside of the building, but as the seconds pass, the alarm gets picked up by other horns.
Okay. In that case, I am going to focus on killing these two.
Okay.
Going to land right here. And we are going to slash at this one.
Okay. That's one of these guys. So I'm just.
Oh, not one.
Now one.
Oh.
Oh. What were you? Are you swinging at him? Oh, yeah,
swing.
you are. Okay. Let's get the dice out. What are
God
you swinging
damn it.
with?
The first roll of the day.
We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vari, for squishing people to start with. Are you melee with weapon, huh?
Melee with the miracle short sword.
Roll me a D100.
D100, okay.
Slam the jam.
But do we already have a D100 die already set out?
2D10s.
You can borrow mine, Knight.
Hell
Could
yeah.
I borrow yours?
We've been blessed by his goddess.
You're my house colors.
50, so it's 60.
Oh no, it's 50.
Or 50, yeah. Easy prey. Allies of the target within 20 feet will attack you with their next turn unless they would suffer an attack of opportunity to do so.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, what?
So allies of the target that you've targeted can
We'll
attack
pick
you with their
you
next
as
turn.
their. Yeah, they'll pick you as the target, so long as it doesn't provoke opportunity attack.
Wow.
Doesn't sound terrible.
Good thing most everybody's
this situ-
dead.
Yeah, it's a good thing everything else is dead.
Hell yeah, dude.
Another
So the statement for this says easy prey. So you basically you overstep. You're balancing on the edge of the ledge of the of that pool there. Oh my god, that's loud. Grandmother's sending me puzzles.
Smoke alarm? Ah.
No, that's my new iPhone because I'm a hipster now. You're bouncing on the edge of a ledge, and with your swing, you reached out too far, and you overbalanced or you overcorrected for your balance. So you're like, oh, got yourself off guard. You're overexposed. You've become easy prey.
I got done landing, so that probably would make sense.
And you swung too wide or something like that. You did a little misstep. Maybe somebody dropped their bar of soap and you slipped. Or something like that. It is a bath after all.
Heretics.
Heresy! You can't
Even
clean
heretics
yourself
can be-
of your sins!
You have not enough soap to wash yourself of your sins.
My goodness me.
Jesus Christ.
Did you make 2 other attacks? I see 2 hits for 2.
Yeah.
You made
In that case, I will roll.
both of them were 22?
One was 22, one was 23.
Okay, well that definitely hits.
If I can kill the first one. Oh, Jesus. Okay. First
Ah.
strike is big.
Oh.
Ah.
Ugh.
15 damage for the first.
15 damage. Let me just
That was on
figure
strike
that
1.
in. Okay, same guy?
Is he still up on the first strike?
Yeah, he's still up.
Okay. I'm gonna process the second strike then. 6 damage after.
6? Oh, he's on his last legs. You deliver 2 scathing blows, digging deep, but he has yet to fall.
Damn, alright. Let's see, do I have anything else for that? No, I'm gonna play defensively. I'm not gonna burn anything right now. All right, that's all I do.
You've already slipped on the soap and made yourself easy prey. So it'd
Oh,
be
no.
best to play
Whoa.
defensive. Oh
Yeah.
no! Speaking of which, if that's the end of your turn, they're gonna turn and take advantage of your
Oh no, they're
Why
taking
were they
advantage of
faced the wrong
her.
way?
because they were in the process of running.
Oh,
And then,
And then
she slipped,
Vaszerei
they
arrived.
were emboldened to strike at her, and they are both going to oof.
She has her
Uh,
shield at the ready.
I'm glad that you have your shield at the ready because they're going to spew flame at you. Both of them are going to turn and breathe fire, considering themselves to be at a position of advantage against your foul-footedness. And you're going to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw twice.
Twice.
Suffer
All right.
2d8 damage 2 times. So I'm going to roll 4d8s. No, I'm not, because that will become confusing. This is 1. Oh, that was terrible.
Good.
2. 16 is first, so 7 and 4 is 11. Ugh. So it's 5 damage on the first one. 21 seconds, 15. So it'll be 5 plus 7 is 12 damage. Almost made it there. 12 damage total. Fire. And then, as their flames wash across your shield, you are met with 2 strikes each from their bladed chains. What's your AC?
23.
23. Okay,
Ooh.
so they gotta roll. They gotta roll pretty good.
yeah.
We'll do the first 2 strikes from the guy on the left who you had gouged so deep. 14 plus 5, 21, so he misses his 2, and
21.
his friendo, 21.
21.
Oh, sorry, I got you. 16 plus that. Okay, so he doesn't make it either time. They are unable to get past your expert guarded stance despite your moment of weakness. They fail to exploit it.
It looks as though when they breathed fire, it looks like her true vitality has not been drained. Temporary hit points are lost, but still remain.
And as of that, I just did this so that I could get him facing the opposite direction.
Remember
They
if you
move
have those.
10, 20,
Hell yeah, dude.
25, 30. They scurry back, seeing as their onslaught has caused no damage to you. They
Is
turn and
there-
run.
Can I not perform opportunity attack?
I'm gonna label your easy prey as negating your attempt to opportunity attack. As they caught you on the back foot, they were able to press their attack and bounce away.
That makes
No.
sense.
It's the penalty of your nat 1.
No, that's fine.
Wow.
And that is their turn, which makes it Vinshenzo's turn.
Hell yeah. Just a moment.
Hold on just a minute now.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, so I don't. Okay, understood. All right. I would like to. Can I see any approaching forces to the bathhouse from the height I'm at now? I believe I'm like above the walls somewhat.
If I recall correctly, the height that you are flying at is equal to the roof.
Okay.
So you can't see like down onto the street below because the actual roof itself has blocked your gaze. However, if you were to climb upwards more, you might have a different view. That's up to you to decide whether or not you want to do that.
Okay, I would like to order Rabbit to dash, allowing her to go 160 or no 180
180.
feet straight up. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm dying.
We forgive you.
And I would like to look around and see if there's any forces that are approaching.
Okay, your steed dashes 180 feet up into the air, and I would like you to roll me a perception check in a moment. See how much you can see around you.
Oh, it's pitch dark, isn't it? Well, I guess I could see like lights approaching.
It's dim light around.
I'm dying. 20. That is 25.
25. Outstanding. So, as you recall, as Vinshenzo is aware, but I shall remind the players about you, there was a number of Rakdos and Gruul soldiers that were in and around the area that were guarding this Colosseum, this bathhouse, as well as bringing in bodies for the ritual. You can see a number of the performers with brass bugles and horns are sounding the alarm, and several armed cultists, performers, as well as a couple of the Gruul scavengers are plowing through the streets and hoarding themselves like through the doors, the exterior doors, and into the building. Among which you see two very high-profile individuals, one of which being a certain Harlequin, a certain, whatever the hell her name is, the actual, like, big boss-S herself of the Cult of Rakdos.
The Senate Majority Leader that I was told is like a level 20.
Ringmaster Solus, the one who was hitting on Knight the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit!
Dancing her way inside with furious glee.
Could you guys give me like 5 minutes? I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
No worries.
Sorry to do that.
No worries.
So that's what he sees. Do we want to take a quick 5-minute pause for the necessity of only 5 minutes?
No, take a
I'm
bio
fine
break
with
really quick. Be right back.
Okay. Take a really quick thought, and I'm gonna fix myself some DM inspiration.
Love DM inspiration. It's
The
inspiration.
potion of performance. Oh, okay, I got my potion of performance. Kardoc and Kidders, I need you guys to know I was playing Helldivers with friend group B.
Uh-huh.
And I want to say I just appreciate that you guys are good at the game because they fucking suck. And we were doing a 6. It was a 6, and I was carrying them on a 6.
You were carrying them.
on a 6.
Wow, that's saying something.
So I just want to say I appreciate that you guys are good at the game because it's a lot more fun when I'm playing with you. Friend with me.
You mean because you can just do whatever you want and we just take care of things?
Yeah.
Just obsessed with doing objectives in any game.
Yeah. She's very objective
You
focused.
can fucking smite. No one will attack the goddamn towers, and I usually go take them down myself.
Yeah, I kind of had to do everything and then just accept the fact that I was going to be killed by friendly barrages the whole time. And they were unvoiced, so there was no excuse not to warn me. Like one of the two guys got better, and then the other guy, he left finally, and we managed to do like 2 people on a 6 difficulty, which I know is still not that crazy strong, but like 2 people on a 6 difficulty, we cleared it in less time with less deaths than when there was 3 of us. But I still got killed more due to friendly fire than I did get killed to anything else. But he learned how to call out his stratagems, and that was a victory for me. I was like, okay.
Hell yeah.
Gotta start shooting them when they constantly kill you.
I like to verbally abuse people. I find that has a more lasting effect. However, I only verbally abuse people that can stand to be verbally abused, because otherwise then you're just being mean. Oh. My dad drank all my beer and all my wine this weekend, so now I'm stuck with drinking hard alcohol, so we'll see how well this goes. I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm a little bit disappointed that I couldn't just drink 3 or 4 beers. I have to spend money. Ugh. Okay, Knight's back. 34, 37.
Yes.
When did we start our 5-minute pause? I actually neglected to look at the time before I ran downstairs.
We've only been on break for like 2 minutes, I think.
Okay, good. Is Knight going to stick around to fight the Harlequin Supreme? Is this finally the moment you've been waiting for?
You.
I remember you.
You made me feel things. Unnatural things.
You spoke to me in an inappropriate way.
You said that
that
you'd
was
be
bad.
back for me. And that concerns me.
But it is in fact I that is there for you.
Yes.
Wait, did Seeker put that down after he left for 5 minutes?
I believe so. Or no, maybe he didn't.
Maybe your mama.
It's 38. We'll wait till 40, see if he comes back. If not, it's not. It's still technically his turn, so that's why I'm kind of okay taking a break while we're on his turn. But at 40, if he's not back yet, we'll press on to Carlos' turn.
Hell yeah.
Done, sir. Okay, it's still your turn. We took a little 5-minute break as well. So if you'd like to end your turn having seen all the things you've seen, you can. But otherwise, we were preserving the opportunity for you. Also, Daddy needed a drink.
I'm glad Daddy got his treat.
Hell yeah, dude.
He did. I'm out of light beers.
Oh no. We better
Oh,
hurry
no.
up.
I can't stay sober this long, Chief.
Shit.
Can I retroactively say that I moved. I dashed straight up above this guy.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely have done that and not sacrificed any of your height.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna do that. And then as Rabbit is climbing to the heavens and I quickly am able to get a glance around the city, I'm going to tell me, do I take fall damage if I collide with a flying creature?
So, I personally would do a little bit of a physics calculation with what speed you're going at what point in time you collide with a thing. For instance,
So I will take damage upon hitting.
Depending on how fast you're going and at what point of your travel, I'll use an example. If you are supposed to, let's say a spell sends you flying 30 feet for whatever reason, and you hit a wall after 5 feet of travel, I will say that you take damage based on the fact that you're going the velocity that would have propelled you 30 feet. So if you're trying to like drop in free fall, then you're going to take a decent amount of fall damage. But if you like jump and bump your head, it's different. So it's situation dictates. The answer is you could. It's possible.
Maybe.
Wow.
But it depends on how fast you're going. If you hit a wall going 120 miles an hour versus hitting a wall going 30 miles an hour, that'll change the amount of damage.
He's flying at 60 feet above the ground.
Yeah, and you were at the same level that he is.
No, I'm
Like
at
he was
180, like 177 feet.
Let me rephrase that. When you started flying up, you were at the same altitude. So
Right.
unless you decide to descend rapidly, which I assume is what you're going to do based on this
Yes.
question, he's invisible. You don't know he's there. But yeah, if you hit him, you're both gonna take damage.
Okay. Fuck it, rule of cool. I'll do it. I will drop. I will slide off the back of Rabbit as she's cresting the horizon and order her to well, I'll do this on my next turn, but I will mentally communicate for her to go to Vaszerei. Actually, to go to Paelias.
Oh.
And I will do what I guess I'll find out.
Okay.
Hey.
So, for me to understand, what is your intention? Are you intending, like, because you don't know that thing's there, you're intending on landing in the water?
I'm
Is sort of what
intending to...
Vinshenzo's desire.
Okay, so is it hiding invisible? Or I assume
Yeah, it's
I know
invisible. You don't know where it is.
Okay, okay, never mind. I don't do that.
This one is the only one that is like fully invisible, which is stupid because you know it's there meta, but I also need to kind of know it's there. I don't know how to DM hide it.
If it's invisible and it's not attempting to hide, you can still discern where it is. Like, for instance, it's flapping its wings.
You could hear the flapping of the wings.
With your
know
25, then you would hear where it is, and you'd know something's below you, I suppose. With your 25 perception and the fact that it's not trying to hide, that does change, so you know it's there. I know that's sort of a back and forth flippy floppy, but I thought invisible was just like, you're good.
No, invisible, just for the sake of the rules, it just means you're heavily obscured.
Yeah.
Basically.
Understood.
Okay, I will do that then, and I'll find out what's gonna happen, so I can know for next time.
So you're just gonna drop and collide with this thing that's there. Free fall, hit it like a stone.
I guess I'll try to shove a dagger into it while I'm at it.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, roll me acrobatics.
As long as I still have my reaction.
You'll have your reaction, yeah. I'll consider this to be an attack.
Oh. It's on the edge, bro. I rolled that's plus 14, 21 acrobatics.
21 acrobatics. All right, so you're diving knife first at this imp.
Yeah.
Roll your attack without any consequences or penalties.
Hell yeah. But yeah. Oh, right. I was getting that before I had to go. Do I have it? Okay.
Yeah.
6 plus 5. So that's 11. So I rolled a 19 to hit.
Awesome. Now roll your damage and add 9d6.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
He basically just did a super sneak attack.
Oh boy, I can't wait till I get to suffer
Wait,
those
160.
9d6.
Sorry, that's 12d6. Well, that's what your acrobatics eliminated with your 21.
So 12d6? What's going on?
Yeah. So here's what's happening. He's 60 feet up. You've jumped from 180 feet up. So that's a separation of 120 feet. And basically you're harpooning this imp with your knife, traveling at the velocity of having fallen 120 feet. So it's 11d6 because it's every 10 feet after 10 feet of falling, you take/deal a d6 of damage, is how I'm...
No, it is, the first 10 feet is counted. It's just, it has to be a minimum of 10 feet before damage starts.
You little fucker.
Okay.
I think it'll be enough d6s to kill the fucking imp, so just do it with that way. Anyways, yeah, so the amount of force behind your swing includes the amount of distance you have fallen. You've rolled acrobatics to successfully negate the damage to yourself when you hit this thing.
Hell yeah. I always believed in me and the rule of cool. I'm not even rolling like my normal damage. That's a lot of boxcars too. 51
A lot
damage.
of boxcars. How much?
51.
Plus a d4, because dagger, right?
Yeah, but who cares?
So the way I'm going to envision this is Vinshenzo sort of like he's horizontally dropping with his knife out, like blade down, in front of him, kind of doing like a dive, except he's horizontal. And as he reaches the imp, he plunges his dagger through the top of the imp and slices it in half by essentially like riding and using it to arrest his momentum to then, I assume, like sort of land with a little bit less speed below. And you rip it from tip to tail. You eviscerate the thing, and it exsanguinates itself quite violently above you, raining blood ichor and little impy bits. You now have another 60 feet to fall, though, however, and you have a reaction remaining, given the fact that you've basically only done an attack. And a bonus action, really.
Did a bonus action?
No, I'm saying you still have your bonus action and your reaction, because all you've done is drop off the side of a horse and attack someone.
I
Also,
am
that
going
imp is
to
very dead.
cast Featherfall as my reaction. So I am no longer elevated. And as I land, I will toss my bloody dagger into the pool.
Oh.
And dip my head below the water and wash off. And look to Vari and say, we should be worried.
Mind you,
We need to get out of here.
is Vari like covered in like imp blood right now? Like just her entire front?
Probably.
Yeah, she's looking pretty messy.
Just
I don't think she
scared.
only has imp blood all over her. I think she's got a lot of
15
other
feet
blood.
away. That's a lot of imp blood.
Oh, not from you. From other things that she's done.
She
That's
squished two imps.
thing.
Oh.
She squished one of them with her feet. She squished another one with her body, I assume.
Oh
She
my
also ripped
God.
out somebody's jugular with her bare hands.
That too. So she's probably just head to foot in
She's-
blood.
Yeah.
She's quite
Covered
gory.
in blood.
We must leave now. I end
Why
my
they
turn.
seem dead now.
They seem dead.
A horrible force is coming. I was told that they're level 20.
So,
Don't say that.
A horrible force is coming.
Jeez.
But are they level 20?
Yes.
that's how the Drow evaluate people's power levels.
So we're level 20.
It's power! It's over 20!
I end my turn.
End your turn.
The turn has been ended.
That would then make it Carlos's turn.
So what's going on right now with Rabbit?
Rabbit is 180 feet up in the air. Oh yeah, Carlos is on Rabbit.
Yeah.
You're 180 feet in the air.
Yeah, you're along for the ride, I guess. I slid off the back and high-fived Carlos.
Vinshenzo just dropped. He pulled an Iron Man.
I told you I
However-
Iron Man.
You're 180 feet above the city, so you know that's pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. Can I see where Vaszerei is from where I am?
Yeah, Vaszerei's in plain sight below you.
Where is she?
She's right there.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll ask Rabbit to start descending towards Vinshenzo, I suppose. And it's pretty much all I can do.
Rabbit is literally just dashed, so she's used up
Oh.
her movement, but I'm sure next turn she'd be
Yeah.
really happy to comply with
I imagine she does like a cool flip at the height of her
that.
apex.
Hell yeah.
She's like in the process of turning as you're looking around for 6 seconds of helplessness. Sure love the view up here.
Man, sure sucks down there.
Classic Air Force Carlos. I
You
suppose
gotta
that would
remind
be the.
me.
That would
Are there
be-
any enemies that are still alive down there?
There's 2 running for the exit right here.
Shit. And how far away are they from me? Is it within 320 feet?
They already
Yes.
alarmed.
180,
But
Five,
greater than 80 feet?
15, 20, 25, 30,
Yeah, you're
35, 40,
180 feet
45,
up.
50, 56. So they're like 240 feet away from you.
Cool. So I guess I'll use my bonus action steady aim to like negate the disadvantage from the long range and attack them. Attack one of them, the closest one. This guy. Fuck him.
All right.
It's not going to cost me anything.
They just tangoed. You've been witnessing Vaszerei's like little battle. They just tried to tango with her and turn her into a piece of barbecued beef, and then
Fuck
failed
them,
at
then.
it, so they ran.
27 to hit.
20. Yeah, you hit them.
Okay, it's not going to be for a lot, but at least I can shoot him. Okay, that's decent. So that's 12 damage.
That's pretty decent for sure. Okay.
No sneak attack.
On the closest one. So you put your crossbow bolt goes through the back of his head.
The second time, Vaszerei just looked at somebody and they just fucking die.
Or like thumps into his neck, like the upper body, and just kind of drops. That was also the one that she'd been striking at, but yeah, he's running for the door and he just kind of goes.
He simply looks at the other one. If they turn around to look, she's to have a grin on her face.
He looks like he just got struck from a falling star from Vaszerei's point of view.
All right, and my turn.
Hell yeah. Okay. From the doorways, the sound of madness has a number of Rakdos cultists appear. And those of you who are here, who are near, notice that these doors, which are closed in the image and shall be considered closed in the image, begin to open as something has opened the quite large doors. And out come a number of imps.
My.
And I'll just use these two because they're here. Actually, no, we'll just let them be dead. Where's my cultists? They're there. Oh, not you. You're dead. And some imps are now. I'll keep it like this. They're not actually like up the wall, obviously, but they're like coming out of the door with the imps in front. So it's just these two doors for the moment that have started to pour out dooters. I'll just keep the imps at the bottom of the initiative order because that's where they were before. Screw it. I'll reroll it. They're flesh. Good luck, imps. 8 plus.
Hell yeah.
Imp. Oh, I'm too far up. Bone Devil. It's not the right one. 11. Okay, Carlos is officially the last in the turn order.
Hell yeah.
All right. That makes it Paelias' turn.
Okay, I will Starlight Step and get out and walk, and then use my remaining movement to get on the horse. Ride. Way over here. Actually, I will command the horse to dash. Just fuck it.
Fuck it. Horse don't got nothing better to do.
Damn straight.
Your job is to run.
And then I'm just gonna park here for now.
That's a good place to park. Roll me perception as you round the bend. You can imagine this roof being like the gently sloping tile roof that you would see on many like Greek inspired Mediterranean.
20 plus 9, so 29.
Oh, the Blockmongler strikes again. Okay, you see a number of savage gruel mounting up on the rooftops. Reference the bathhouse was here, and we'll use this part of the map here. But they're like bouncing across the rooftops here. in a direction of the bathhouse, and a couple of them are carrying what looks like to
Any
be
of them,
ropes.
within 120 feet of me.
Yeah, they're within 120 feet of you. This is like a gap
Okay.
of, I think, 30 feet.
In that case, I will throw a firebolt at the closest one.
All right.
Spell attack. That is a 10.
Yeah, 30 feet.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. G is above R.
17 fire damage.
17 fire damage. All right. You immolate one of the gruel, and he goes up in flames and just collapses in a scream.
All right, that is my. I've done everything but a reaction, and I don't have anything to react to.
Yeah. Vari, it's your turn.
No. Don't really have anything good for group.
If you want to get out of the lower ground, you could just run up the wall and go back up on the roof.
Vinshenzo has an escape planned for you. But you can escape your own way.
Let me check something. What is this?
I'll be right back.
Well,
Just a sec.
fire from everything. I guess I'll just go up the wall. How high is it again?
60 feet.
Okay, she could easily make that. And I'll probably just end my turn. There's not much I can do.
Good luck, everyone. Pretty sure it was 60. Because I have it here as. Just double check. I got me. Yeah, big building 60 feet.
Yeah, that's about how far she fell when she squished the first thing.
Okay, that is your turn, Areno. That means it's his Vaszerei next. You just saw one of the goons who tried to barbecue you, specifically the one you filleted, get murdered. This was murder.
Bahamut's watching over me.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Bahamut always gets the credit.
Okay, so I heard the Harlequin laughing, and I believe I've heard the call for retreat. Is that correct?
Vinshenzo mentioned something about things that are coming, and he did mention retreat, I believe.
Vin, could you re-clarify that for me, please?
He BRB'd real quick.
I thought he only
said
said
bad
it
things
to
were
Vari, though.
I thought he only said it to
Closest.
Vari too, but I don't know. I don't know 100%. That's why.
My perception's pretty low, so I'm willing to ignore it. But where did the Harlequin's laughter come from? It was the store over here?
Well, Vinshenzo heard it with a 25 perception.
Oh, so I probably need to... I have a 10.
Probably you
I have a
probably
10
Roll an
passes, so I don't
active
know.
Perception.
Yeah.
See if you open your
heard
eyes
her
and
laughter
ears.
echoing through the halls.
You know what? That's fair, considering the situation. An 8.
No, your
I'm too busy
blood is
focusing
run
on
too
killing
hot.
heretics.
You're caught up in the midst of a.
I love killing heretics.
You've been too caught up in the heat of battle, and you're not really noticing a whole lot that's going
all of
around
them.
you.
Die, heretics.
She's living her best life.
Yes. She's going to do a beat of her wings over here, hover across the water, and attempt to strike at this one in hopes to stop him from escaping.
Okay.
It's first strike. Man, I'm rolling like shit. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Finn's back.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 on him is a hit.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do 2 more strikes. All 3 strikes hit.
Goodness me. All right, roll your damage.
Goddamn coin. 23 total damage. Or sorry, 32. 32 total.
32
32 total.
damage. Okay.
As she slashes at him 3 times.
In a quick flurry of blows, you execute it.
Good. That one is down. She is going to scan the room for a moment to see where the other heretics are. Seeing some over here. Seeing some over here. And I probably don't passively hear anything on the other side of this door.
Yeah, you see them behind you and to your left. Oh no, you don't see the ones behind you. You only see the ones to your left.
Okay. As to not overextend, get done with slashing them. They're going to attempt to withdraw a little bit. Doing another beat of the wings, kind of doing a back flap. Like a cross. Landing over here.
Are you flippy flying? Are you like flicking along the water, the water's surface, or are you gaining some altitude?
Along the water's surface, it's basically a hover, and then landing when I get to a solid surface.
Wow.
Wow.
And that is where I'm going to stop for right now.
Hell yeah. All right. That makes it... Oh, the Rakdos. So they're going to pour into the room. They're pouring in at a incredible rate of 40 feet. Oh, they're sprinting. These ones are at least. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 are moving this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And they're going to do be there, and then these guys are going to go 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So they all come rushing out.
Oh, they have 40 movement speed.
And then these guys are going to dash.
Uh-oh.
They're sprinting up. They know where the bad guys are. I guess these guys would dash too.
Son of a bitch.
40. Okay. And the cultists only have 30 feet, but they're going to come running. 15, 20, 25, 30. They come running out. And they can... Oh, there you are. They can't throw their things as far. Oh, yeah. No, they can't. All right, so that's about as much as they can do. They look ready for action as they deploy out into the bathhouse. And that makes it the cultists' turn / the Rakdos. Yeah, the Rakdos cult's turn. And Vinshenzo, you have the opportunity to act.
Also, Rabbit.
Also, Rabbit, yeah, who gets to follow Vinshenzo's commands.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where are the people approaching from? What direction again?
The
The reinforcements and the bad lady?
reinforcements are mainly coming from the south, so they'll be coming out of, you would reasonably expect, these three doors. But you know that there are enemies, not as many, but there are enemies to the north.
Hell
And the
yeah.
leader lady.
The leader lady is coming from just south. She was deep into the district.
And how far away was she?
You watched her enter the building, so she might not be she might not be too long. You don't know what the rest of the inner workings of this bathhouse are like, but you know that you saw her like cackling and dancing her way into the building.
Wow. Oh. What level are we again?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
15, and then we have two 14s.
Just a moment.
Because I think Vari is also 14.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay. You could say I have a trick up my sleeve.
I thought it was in your suit jacket pocket.
Yeah.
It's bloodied now and he won't touch it.
The sleeve is just misdirection.
Oh, damn.
I need to get to Vaszerei. Okay. I am going to... So I assume if I move here, I'm no longer in difficult terrain, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I descend Rabbit to a distance of 60 feet right here?
Yes, she can dash down to there.
Like 60 feet off the ground. Or sorry, 60 feet off of this ground level. I don't care what this stuff is.
Yeah. So that would be, for this, it would be an equivalent of like 50 something. Anyways, yes is the answer. You can do that.
I will
60 feet
do
from ground level.
that and put her there.
That's like within 2 blocks. Do you mind just making sure it's in fully in one square? Thank you. Just in case.
Actually, she's large, so she takes up 4.
Actually, I do appreciate that. That does matter.
And then, okay, so 5, 30. Okay. Okay, I'm going to Misty Step here. I get that for free once a long rest. And then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to grab Vazerei's shoulder and say, we must get out of here. Post haste.
Heretics! We nearly have them all.
Vinshenzo rolls his eyes.
We can't allow the Rakdos to continue their summons or continue their operation here.
Okay. But haven't we done that, Vaszerei?
Yeah.
These
That's right.
motherfuckers.
Thinking of the long game.
Like we eliminated like the key players to the ritual. They're not bringing in new ritual guys, right?
He's looking particularly bloodthirsty at the moment.
She isn't thinking.
I hate you.
He has been
so
overcome
much.
by the Abyss Dragon.
She's so much.
I'll shoot a dragonfire crossbow bolt at this guy, I guess, while I'm waiting for
holy
my
shit.
spells to recharge.
Vincenzo's got a gun, no shit.
Yeah, look out! He's got a gun! Okay,
Oh, no.
get her done.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. That is a. Ooh.
Oop.
That is a 23 to hit, unnatural.
23. Yeah, that absolutely hits.
Hell yeah. What was it? Standard crossbow, hand crossbow, which is D6, right?
I'd have to look it up.
I'm
Give me a
looking it
second.
up.
Okay.
1d6 plus my bonus fire damage.
Bonus
Boy.
damage.
I do 2 piercing and I do 8 piercing and 2 fire damage.
Roger that. Understood. Against the closest guy, correct?
This guy.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
8 piercing and 2 fire for a total of 10 damage. Gee, that ain't half bad.
As I let the bolt loose, I lower my crossbow and say, "She's coming, Vaszerei." And I end my turn.
And he ends his turn. Gotcha. Understood. That would make it the imps! Aha! Hoo-hoo!
Oh.
Uh-oh, good luck, everyone. They're going to take flight, of course. They take flight into the air. I'm going to immediately take
Oh, hi, kitty.
one. Clone.
They will die.
And they immediately die.
Hell yeah. Called it.
And they're going to move 10, 20, 30, 40.
Ah. I'll be right back.
Oh, everybody's leaving and returning and running away. They're going to take flight and move up 40 feet and... Nah. No, that's all they got. They're going to move up 40 and then they're going to fly... They're going to fly another 40 because they got to get attacking. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Just going to move them like this. Oop.
Oh my god, they're right there.
They're coming. Seems like it's 40. They have rushed, and that's the imp's turn, which makes it Carlos, who has descended to 60 feet above ground level on the back of Rabbit.
Hell yeah.
Help me, Carlos.
What is he? Okay, I guess he wants me to shoot the fucking imps. I'm assuming.
One would assume.
One would assume. Are they also 60 feet in the air?
They're 40 feet in the air from ground level. They're like 20,
15,
30 feet above that.
20. Okay, so they're within 80 feet of me.
Oh, yes, sir.
Cool. Gonna bonus action city aim, and then I'll shoot the center imp.
Gotcha.
Let me turn myself around here.
What is he talking about? Turn yourself around.
I was
Just
on the
gotta
other side of the
rotate on the
table.
saddle.
I was sitting with my wife.
Oh,
Uh,
that's cute.
20, a natural 20.
A natural 20 absolutely hits an imp.
Outstanding.
They're wee little things.
Cool.
Get they
Prepare to get
asses.
shot. 34 damage.
Hell yeah.
Joing! Explodes in a cloud of impy mist.
Cloud of mist and stardust.
This bathhouse will never get clean.
I mean, most of the water is already, like, drenched in blood. You guys are just making it worse.
I hate that we're fighting over a bathhouse.
This
Magic
entire
can fix it
bathhouse
later.
must be purged.
Better lather up, boys. Does Carlos have anything else to do with his turn, or is that kind of... That's
That's pretty much it.
his overwatching shot? Gotcha. Okay, that makes it top of the turn order. A horn. The horns continue to sound, and through the doors come a couple of more heavily armed-looking cultists. They are dressed in the uniforms and outfits of the gladiators of the Colosseum. They're bronze, sort of not partial plate, but they're leather armor, bronze shields, and those weird gladiator masks, which I don't know the name of, are eminent as they emerge forth from the doors, along with more imps. And I'm just gonna fill in their stuff, and I'm just gonna add them to the turn order as I go. But that makes it Paelias' turn, as I'm feverishly looking for my
I eat a
Druid hand.
firebolt at yet another gruel.
Awesome.
That's a 27. To hit.
27 absolutely hits. You were just slaughtering them one after another.
Yep. Okay, game. Finally recovered. It did not like me throwing those dice. So that's 12 fire damage to that one.
Understood.
And I will just hold position and then end my turn.
Stop it, kitty. Ow. Getting attacked on two fronts.
Hell yeah, dude.
Damn.
That's how Hitler lost the war. Did you know about that?
Hell yeah, dude.
Mega hell.
I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make
It
the
makes
joke.
it Vari's turn.
I'm
does.
quoting a
It makes it Vari's
song,
turn.
Knight. It's not racist.
More imps.
Anyway.
Knight is mad at me. now.
Anyway, it's Vari's turn.
Okay.
Oh, Vaszerei, I need you to roll. Actually, no. They come in second because they came in late to the party.
They relate to the party.
Probably gonna move.
Keep in mind that you do have your use of Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, but that goes in a straight line and it's kind of stupid. Plus, I'm not down on the ground near anything.
Yeah. But I see several enemies that are in lines. Maybe you'll have an opportunity to use
I
it at
was
some point.
planning to move over here along the wall. Probably gonna dash so I can move further.
Kitty.
She's gonna Batman them again.
Be nice, kitty.
Kitty, no!
Yeah, I'll move here,
Ow.
Hell yeah.
and then
Action dashing or bonus action dashing with a key point?
I'm gonna probably bonus so I could do something else. Does that use a key point? Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's see here. I meant to stop her right here, further back. Since they are now 60 feet below me, I think,
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm going to cast darkness over all these ones.
Ooh, darkness.
Hell yeah.
And that's 2 key points, I think. Let me double check.
Underrated
Yes.
spell.
Nah, properly rated spell.
That's all I
Okay.
can do.
It's bust,
Can we get a
and it's rated as
Circle?
bust.
A circle?
circle for the darkness? She casted darkness on these fellas.
We do circle manually here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so where's the point you're focusing on, and what's the radius?
Isn't
Just teach
darkness
her how
like
to do it.
15 feet?
Click the pen and then the circle.
In the top
It's
left.
15-foot radius sphere.
Draw.
And
Oh,
your
yeah.
plus minus
Just do a circle.
makes it smaller. And then you click on it, or you hold down on a point, and
There we
you
go.
drag it to
I'll just
somewhere
do
else,
this
and you
too.
get.
I guess. How do you do just the outline? I don't know. Yeah, I just won't cast it. I don't. Can't
Help
get
her.
just the outline. That's my turn.
It's 20-foot radius, is it?
15-foot radius
It's your
sphere.
wife. You vowed to help her through anything, dude.
He's the drawer.
Bruce.
She'll always draws all the circles. I'm gonna let the expert do it.
Kardoc
Through
doesn't
sickness
know how
and
to
circles.
do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, they're stuck in darkness. Them poor boys. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Heck yeah. Well, sucks for them, that's for sure. That would then make it Vaszerei's turn. She's being bidden by her king and master to do things, but she is too busy not wanting to listen because she's mad.
She's bloodlusting.
She bloodlusted. I desire to kill, king. She
I
says.
swear to God, if
He
you
does
fly
not.
90 feet away from me, I'm gonna fucking leave you.
He does not understand the danger in which she is in. Not at all the danger that she is in.
I appreciate this greatly. Regardless of all the implied social consequences of your next actions, it's your turn, and you may take whichever you desire.
I see these imps.
You see those imps, they're flying in the air. They
Right,
look
these
like
guys
they're
are
racing
across
in the
the water,
direction of
so-
Rabbit.
Yeah, I can't allow them to get to the king's steed, so firebolt.
Firebolt. Gotcha. Send her.
Just give me a moment. Nat 20.
Oh,
yeah.
a nat 20. Roll your damage, mademoiselle.
I don't think that doubles for magic, though.
What?
Why not? It's a crit.
It's a crit.
I didn't know if it was any different.
Yeah, if it makes an attack roll, it can crit.
So
Double your dice damage.
it is 60-10 then.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, wait.
No, you
Oh, wait,
double
no.
your dice damage. You roll your
All the
damage and you multiply it by 2. But you don't multiply your bonus.
Which is none for most spellcasting.
That's lucky. Makes the math easy.
36 fire.
21.
36?
What?
36 fire.
Wouldn't
18,
Oh.
18 times 2, yeah?
I fucked up my head math. That's why I was confused.
That one?
Yeah, that one. She just
Okay.
simply looks to it, points her sword at it, a firebolt shoots out.
Right! It's an imp! Ha! Uh-oh! So you fire your firebolt, you blast it, and the imp flies straight through the blast, entirely unaffected.
Her eyes widen for a moment. Damn it, of course it's a hell creature.
How could this have happened?
The smell of Tiamat's embrace, you must be destroyed.
Isn't just resistant to fire? It's immune. Oh fuck.
Hell yeah.
I had to think there for a second. I was like, hang on.
Monster manual.
Critically failed. Critically
Vaszerei
failed.
pulls out her dictionary and goes, oh no.
As you
Well-
can see how much she's interested in murder right
Oh
now.
no,
If
somebody
it
wasn't
hadn't have been
metagaming.
immune.
Oh no.
What else would you like to do with your turn upon this sudden realization? I mean,
Sorry, this is a competitive D&D table. You should have known that.
Yeah. Real
I'm,
rookie.
this is
move,
ranked.
I'm voting.
Dude. This is
Yeah.
ranked D&D.
Ranked
ranked
D&D.
arena
None of that
right
casual
now.
filth here.
God damn.
I'm vote kicking Vaszerei.
This damn kobold is just fucking shit up for him right now.
Bench that bitch. We gotta bring up one of our beeliners.
The hell's are you doing off of Rabbit anyway?
Where's Xavier? Bring me Xavier!
Oh, bring Peter.
Oh, yeah, Peter will come back.
Xavier's useless. Useless Mark II.
Kitty, stop.
Useless Mark II.
Relax.
Okay, alright, Vaszerei. Time to earn your pay. What are you gonna do next?
Kitty has no chill.
Considering these guys are here, I know the imps are going towards Rabbit, but I need to make sure to keep Vinshenzo safe, so I'm going to hold my ground.
What am I
And then
doing?
Bold.
A bold move, Cotton. Hold your ground. Now you hadn't ascended at all. You're just gonna stay where you are, like at the water's surface.
I am standing on this ground right here.
She's standing
The
by,
great,
Commander.
Yes.
whatever it is.
Okay. How tall are you?
How tall am
matters.
I?
2 feet.
Yeah, how tall are you?
2'5".
Never
Oh,
asked
wow.
women that. That's under the water for you. This is not. That's under 5 feet of water.
Oh well, in that case we can just simply move it there. Yeah, that's fine.
How did she
That-
cast a
that kinda
spell
makes-
from underwater?
Well,
She was
Hovering
swimming.
last when she had ended her turn, she was flying at the water's surface. So I was under
Yeah,
the
I was
impression that
skimming
she
it.
was like, she was hovering when she was.
Yeah,
doing
I
that
was
attack.
skimming the water, so I was just floating above it.
So that's why at the end of the turn it kind of matters if she's hovering above the water's surface or if she's like if she says she's standing her ground. Literally standing means more than
Am I still only aware of this shit right here and the imps?
yeah, you haven't ascended beyond 10 feet because that's
Yeah, I have no idea what
this
the
is a
rest of the
5
battlefield
this
is
is a
doing right
5
now.
foot climb and you haven't gone up beyond that. So
Yeah, she does not realize what the rest of the field is doing right now.
no, she's blissfully unaware of that. However, other people are.
You need to get
However,
back upon
she's-
People
Rabbit.
taller than 5 feet are aware.
People taller than 2.5 feet have been saying things, but they don't know anything, so don't listen to them. They're silly. Okay, so after Vaszerei's turn is the gladiators. Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to see them, but you will soon. So these guys can decide they are going to rush. We're all rushing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So you see them.
Gasp.
You sure see them. They're Russian. And these guys are gonna go. Oh, this matters.
Russians.
5, 10,
I knew it was the Russians the whole time.
20.
God
You were right.
damn it.
And they disappear into the inky dark. You can see the darkness from outside the circle, right?
Yes.
All right, so they're gonna go here.
For everyone, unless you can see through magic.
Somebody fireball that darkness.
Yeah, it's just a void now that they can see. It's like they can't see into it.
Vari hath not hidden. So these gladiators are going to launch javelins, which I believe are a max range of 60 feet. So they're throwing javelins with disadvantage at Vari. One attack. Oh, 2 ranged attacks each. So they're going to launch 6 javelins
They
total.
have
What's
to
your
be
AC?
up against the wall for all 3 of them to do that.
Oh.
That's 60 feet up.
Oh, they could do that, yeah. And we're considering that the wall because of the stupidness of this angle. That's a good point. And they're shooting at disadvantage, which is going to be fun. Oh, this is not going to be easy. I have to do them one at a time. Ew. What's your AC, Vari?
17.
17. All right. With disadvantage, we're going to be running pretty good. So that is 9 plus 6 is 16. I already have a cat. Two, 3, 4. Oh, goodbye, everyone.
Oh.
5. 6. Okay. So you're able to like take a quick step back from the lip of the roof just in time to see like just a small like flurry of javelins go up into the air and soar uselessly past clattering onto the roof as a bunch of people are very angry with your presence, Vari.
Hey, free javelins.
Free javelins, it's true. There's now 6 javelins just up on the roof. And that's what they can do with their turn.
Hey, you guys want these back? Whoosh.
And then the cultists, unsure of what's going on around them, are going to plow out this side. Yeah, because that's where they last saw what something was going on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and now they realize they're in the stupidest position ever.
We done fucked up.
Oops, we're not in the right spot. 10, 15, 20. Oh no, wait, where were they? They were here. They were here. So 5, 15, 25, 35. This guy's 30. 1, 2, 3. They have found you! Vaszerei, defend yourself! And this guy, really, really eager to be right up in your face, he is going to slash at you with his daggers and with a +5, and your AC is 23 because you got a shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, go! 16 plus 5 is 21, which misses. So slashing at you wildly, but unable to land a hit. The one behind it, as his buddy is slashing wildly, he's gonna throw 3 daggers. Oddly timed, almost as though choreographed. Another set of daggers comes behind. What? +5, so that's 15. So they all miss. Damn, these guys are good.
That
And a
rocks.
nat 1 with that one, I think.
And a nat 1, so one of them is going to go flying into the back of his friend,
Whoa.
dealing 1d4 plus 3 damage. 1 plus 3. That's lucky. So he takes... Oh, this guy had been hit already by something. Oh, by a crossbow bolt. Minus another 4 damage. He got nailed already by a crossbow into the chest, then he got nailed from behind by his buddy's knife to the back. That guy's having a bad day. And that is... I think that's all of them. Oh, these guys. They're going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Da-na-na. They are going to start climbing the wall. 35. They're digging their weapons into the wall, and they're beginning to climb up it. And they get up about 10 feet.
Well, that's unfortunate for them.
It is unfortunate for them. And that is the end of the Rakdos turn, which makes it Vinshenzo!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm curious if I want to use my WMD on this lady. That would permanently fuck her up.
Damn.
If she failed.
Weapon of mass distraction?
But I think we'll play it safe. Vinshenzo is going to cast as an 8th level spell affecting... Wait. Is Vaszerei a willing creature, or is she too bloodlusted?
You're the king, should be willing.
Okay. Vinshenzo is going to cast as an 8th level spell affecting Vaszerei and himself Etherealness.
What the hell?
Ugh.
Ugh.
What?
Explain to me etherealness. I'm sure you're about to whip out a spell card or something.
We basically end up in the ethereal plane for the next 8 hours if I choose for it to last that long.
Is that what you choose?
Well, we'll find out as we go.
Oh, so you can choose to like end it whenever you want.
Yeah, I believe I can dispel it whenever I want.
Okay, and you're just choosing you and Vaszerei, or are you choosing just Vaszerei?
It has to be willing creatures within 10 feet of me, so unless unless 2 more other people want to come along and get absolutely...
I don't think they're considered willing. They're willing to do a lot of things, but I think for this instance, they do not consent.
Die in a foreign nation. Yeah. So we go to the ethereal plane. We're in the border ethereal now, Vaszerei.
Ooh.
Vaszerei is shocked by this, like, change of events. Freaking plot twist.
We must go. The border ethereal, we can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. Creatures that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive me and Vaszerei, and can't interact with us unless a
you vanish from
special
existence.
ability or magic has given them the ability to do so.
Oh.
We ignore all objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane, allowing us to move through objects we perceive on the plane we originated on. When the spell ends, you immediately return to the plane you originated from in the spot you currently occupy. The space you can occupy is obstructed. You take force damage. The spell has no effect if you cast it while you are on the ethereal plane or a plane that doesn't border it. Oh. Is this a plane that borders it?
We're about to get double dunked on fucking spells right now.
Sorry, my cat was bothering me. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Is
You had a
this
question.
is this plane
Oh, there was a question, sorry.
Is this plane that the bathhouse is in a plane that borders the ethereal plane?
It's considered the material plane.
Okay. Then I believe we are good.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
Before that happens, I order Rabbit to shoot straight diagonally up as far as she can go to the north.
Okay. She's 180 feet up again. Goodbye, Carlos.
Fuck.
And as
Looks like I'm gone.
as I disappear into the ethereal plane, I will let Rabbit know that Carlos I give Carlos and only Carlos full and definitive control over Rabbit.
Okay, so I will consider her movement to be spent for Carlos's upcoming turn. That at the start of the next turn order, Carlos, Rabbit will move on your initiative. If such a need is needed. That would mark the end of Vinshenzo's turn and the start of the Imp's turn. So you two have disappeared. Meaning that the only targets left in sight for these stupid little beasts is Vari and Paelias. And Carlos is just zooped off into the night.
Wow.
They are going to turn. Womp. Oh my goodness. You go away. There we go. And fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 feet up this way. This one's dead there. And they're going up to rooftop as well, so moving diagonally. And they're going right at Paelias.
Oh no! Anyway,
Oh, so then I started blasting. These guys are going to fly up.
Them.
40
I don't
and then
have to.
60, which brings them up to the roof. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. They'd be right there. You're getting run at by imps. They get into melee range, but they can't actually attack you because they're stupid little beasts. And then it is Carlos's turn.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I forgot these losers. They're gonna fly up into the air and go 80.
So I'm 180 feet in the air, right?
Yeah.
How high is this thing? It's within 80 feet of me. To make it sound.
So you went diagonally up. So you also you went up and away 180 feet.
Okay.
It is 60 feet up. And however far away from you that it's less than
130.
Right, this
Yeah, it's
guy right here?
130 feet away. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I guess I'll just do my normal thing. Steady aim to get rid of the disadvantage and fire. We'll see what happens.
Good luck, everyone.
So that is 24 to hit.
24 absolutely hits. These poor little imps. They've done nothing but... Actually, they've kind of done their job. They've soaked up a lot of attacks.
8 damage.
8 damage on the imp, and the imp goes... Oh, it doesn't go goodbye. You clip it. You clip it from a distance, but this is the first time it has not exploded into flame. Or exploded into nothingness.
Alright, since I literally can't do anything else except fall from the sky,
Except pout
yeah, except pout, roll to pout. I'll end my turn.
charismatically. Alright. The top of the turn order.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's the bottom of the turn order, and more things appear. Ooh.
Oh.
See if I can find. Yes, I can. I found it.
Don't like how happy you are about that.
The name is different. This is what was coming for you the whole time.
Shit.
From this door, here's a blood witch.
Oh no.
From this door, here's a blood witch. And these doors open and appears a blood witch.
Why is everything blood this and blood that?
It's the cult of Rakdos. They're literally the cult of blood, fire, and demons. And dancing!
And dancing.
So
Is that
somebody's really
everything
upset
before my
with the
turn?
dancing. That's the bottom of the turn order, so new things appear on the board, and now it goes to Paelias.
All right. I command the steed to dash, and I go all the way over here. And then I cast Wall of Fire.
Oh. Good luck, everyone.
A 1 foot thick, 60 foot long, and 20 feet tall wall of fire appears. And it deals damage on, I'm going to say, this side for 10 feet, stretching out from the wall of fire. So I've marked out the area that is you are taking damage.
Okay, understood. That is the you are taking damage area.
Yeah. DC 20 dex save from anything that is within that area up to 20 feet up.
Outstanding. So the Blood Witch shows up and immediately starts taking dex damage. Good
Fucker.
stuff.
While you're doing that, I'm going to roll some D8.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to do. Easy peasy. Gladiators, dex +5. Oh, thank you for making me do math. Not that. That. Okay. Dog. BRB, Vaszerei's dogs being an ass.
Fair.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. DC 20, so I got 1 gladiator has been okayed. So he takes 10 fire damage. And then I need the 3 losers that are on climbing up the wall, and they have a dex save of +5 as well. Oh, that's lucky. Maybe they'll climb out of the fire in time. Get their butts roasted. Another 1. And the Blood Witch, who doesn't have a special dex save. She's the only one. It's that plus 2 for the Blood Witch. Oh, goodbye, Imp. 17 plus 2 is a 19. Almost, but not quite. So the Blood Witch takes 20.
The imps don't care if there are any. No, there aren't any in there. Just
The Imps are all the way up on the roof anyways. One of these guys takes 10. I'm just going to say it's the middle one, but you don't know any different. He's a little bit less scorched than the others. The other two look positively What's that doing? The other two look positively charbroiled.
if they walk through the red line or end their turn within the box, they also take the damage again. So
Understood.
let me know if that happens, and I'll roll again.
And these guys were a specific number minus 20.
A specific
Good
number.
lord. This guy is. Alright, all of the maths have been mathed. They all look fairly singed and charbroiled and not looking happy.
Vari, destroy! No.
Good luck, Vari. Take them all on yourself.
You got this.
Speaking of
Remember
which,
your training.
are you going to move at all, or is
Training
that?
wasn't involved with fire.
Oh, you did move.
Well,
Never mind.
I guess I will, because I had, let's see now. I still have 45 feet of movement left. Guess I will have the horse move slightly back. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And that ends your turn,
That
which makes it Vari's turn.
Are we trying to get out of here or fight all of the things?
I mean, Vinshenzo has declared his intent to escape, and then he just disappeared from reality. Good boy. Oh.
Kitty is sleeping on top of my work bag. I gotta go get a picture of this. I'll be right back.
So you could always try to kill one or two of these, then run onto Paelias' mount and flee.
Yes, I'll do that. Just because they're very close to my face.
They're also in a line.
I want to waste Dragon's Breath on Imp, though. I guess if we're leaving after.
Your call.
I guess I'll do that since they'd probably follow us.
They'd try. I think they have wings. They'd try.
Mm-hmm. See.
They have wings, but I have 200 feet of movement.
So they have to
Do you really
do
think those imps have a quitter attitude?
Did you have a question, Kidders?
They have to do a saving throw for that, right? I don't.
Yes. So I have it here. Breath weapon. They have to do.
Here it is.
Dex save. Yeah, dexterity
Yeah,
save.
dexterity.
And your current dex save is 16. So they have to beat a 16.
16.
Oh, roger that. And they have a dex of plus 3.
So you'll do 46 damage. If they fail, they take the full amount. If they succeed, they take half.
What kind of damage?
I'll roll that.
Acid damage.
Ooh, laggy. Okay, I'll roll the damage.
Oh, 1 nat 20s, 1 crit
Oh my
1s,
God.
and 1 gets a 10.
Oops, I knocked stuff down.
Oops.
much
That
is
wasn't nothing important.
I don't add anything
12?
to that, right?
Nope, it's just the flat amount.
Okay, that's 12 then.
12 acid damage.
12 acid damage, so and then 6 on a successful save.
Yeah.
So you melt 2 of the imps, and the other one just catches sort of the remainder, and seems fairly badly burned, but is still alive.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna scoot over here and join Paelias.
Awesome. You have enough movement that you can hop up on the horse if you wish to hop up on the horse.
I think you have enough movement and the extra attack that you could literally walk over here, kill it, walk over, and then get on the horse.
You are?
That's also true.
Well, how much movement do you have?
She's
65.
like really fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It was
you'll
right
take
there.
10.
Well, no,
I think.
yeah. I'll
You
walk
just
up
have
and
enough aura
kill
left.
it then. Okay, where's my dice? There. I'm gonna slash at it. So that's 16 hit.
16, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that is the right one, right? 8 damage.
Does 8 damage finish it off?
Oh, yeah, you only had to do 4 damage, so you kill it and then some.
Now I'm gonna scoot back over here.
You're using your claws, right? So you just kind of like
Wow.
smash it down.
Hell yeah.
Alright, that's my turn.
That's
Hell
a
yeah.
productive turn, just wasting it. Fuck those imps.
Fuck 'em. They deserve it.
Vaszerei, it's your turn. You're in the dream world, the ethereal plane.
He is trying to process what the hell is going on.
I feel like, isn't the ethereal plane essentially like when Frodo Baggins puts on the ring and he's like,
Yeah.
nobody can see him, but he can see everything?
I can't be interacted with, I don't think.
No. Unless something sees you, like a ring wraith.
So yeah,
Someone
she
with
just
foresight.
sits there looking at these visages, kind of like looking up and down, and like quickly looks over to Vinshenzo, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Yeah, she is thrown for a loop, so to speak. So she's just taking in the sights for the moment.
Okay, so you're going to spend an entire turn taking in the sights for a moment.
A befuddled round, yeah.
Gotcha, understood. Okay, Vaszerei passes her turn. Gladiators 1, the ones that aren't on fire, having lost their target, are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, and they're going to move to protect this Blood Witch. These guys, what's going on with that darkness?
Oh, I don't think Vari stopped concentrating on it yet.
It's kind of just there still. So if
Okay.
they go through it, they're blind.
They're gonna run out of the fire into the darkness because they don't quite know.
They
what's
don't quite
going
know
on
what's
on that
going on,
side.
yeah.
And then they're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. They're going to come out the other side. They don't have the range to get you guys from all the way there because they're not standing right up against the wall. Losers.
Womp womp.
Womp womp indeed. And then it's these 3. They're gonna climb out of the fire. 20 feet, and they have 30 feet of climb. Climbing is in addition in addition to their
No.
walk speed? No, it's separate from. So if they
No.
went up 20 feet of climb, they'd only have 20 feet of move left,
Yeah.
seeing as they have 20 feet total. So that's 5.
You
10,
use a different
15.
movement, you subtract it from the other one you're going to use after.
So they're moving closer, and the first guy is going to spew flame in a 15-foot radius cone. It's 5, 10, 15. So the crew catches flame.
Is that a spell or an ability?
It is not. It is an ability.
Okay.
He
Well,
is.
this might
he
be
is a
unfortunate
fire
then.
eater. They have climb speed. They're Vinshenzo.
So is this roll to not take damage? Or is it roll to
this
take
is
half
a-
damage?
This is a dex save to take half damage.
Okay, well then this is unfortunate no matter what.
For you or for them?
No, for me. Or well,
Okay.
for us, sort of.
No, sorry. I don't
Because
roll
the
nothing.
I
horse
have
has,
a lead.
has
but I'm
1
not a horse.
HP. Although it taking damage just means it remains for a minute before disappearing. So I will be without a horse in a minute.
Oof. Okay, so 2d8 is his spell roll, and you guys got to beat a 13 for dex save.
I rolled a 13, and I believe I have a +2 to dex. So yeah.
Lucky you.
Mine.
That's good. You're going to take 2 fire damage.
Okay, I rolled a
I'm not
15
gonna bother rolling for the
plus
horse because
11.
I believe it has more health. It wouldn't be killed anyways.
Okay. What'd you get, Vari? Sorry?
15 plus 11.
Okay.
But
so you
does
also,
evasion apply if I'm on a horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's lucky.
So I don't.
I guess you don't take any if
Damage?
evasion negates failed save.
Yeah.
Yep,
I don't
that's-
take any damage.
Just
Evasion
leans to the side.
turns it from full half to half none.
Yeah. It's very nice. Very nice skill to have.
Only I could help the horse dodge.
You haven't taught it yet. Teach the horse to dodge.
You got to teach it all of its karate moves from the start, from fresh.
Turn it into a monk horse.
A monk
Lucky.
horse.
Now you've taken damage. Do you have to roll for your concentration at all?
No, she
For
didn't.
the
Oh yeah, I do. Hold on.
yeah, he does for his.
Oh.
fight.
Him.
I succeed because it
You
was only 2
succeed.
damage. It's a DC 10, and well, I rolled a 9, and I have more than a +1. So
You're pretty lucky. Or you're not pretty lucky. You're pretty knowledgeable in the art of not forgetting.
So that was fortunate because I was an 11.
He's concentrating quite hard. That is the end of. Where's the other guys? The other guys don't matter. The other guys are like fucking somewhere else. Oh, they're over here. They're like searching around for you guys. They can move through you, right? You're not there. So they're like moving around. They're
I
like,
am
what the
not
They are
hell?
there.
intangible and for all intents and purposes, they are not on this plane. Effectively.
But
Ye-
for their intents and purposes, they are.
Me and Vaszerei are the ghost block.
Ah, perfect. Here.
This is what it feels like.
I always wanted
Godly.
to be the ghost block.
That makes it Vincenzo's turn in the ghostly realm of Ghost Block.
I will casually. Oh shit! Where were we? Sorry. Here. I will casually stroll my 30 feet or so, or 40 feet or so, thanks to Carlos.
Hell yeah.
Towards the direction that the troops are coming.
All right.
I will end my turn, peering into the
Under-
veil of the material
Understood.
plane.
You can't see through walls or nothing, right?
No, and he can only perceive out to 60 feet.
Ooh.
It's cloudy.
And that's the imps. And they're gonna... Well, these ones are dead. Those poor little suckers.
It'll be those two and these two.
And these two, so now let's do it like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. They're flying up. 45, 50. No. So they're just going to go there 40. So it's going to go 45. So these up on the thing, he dashes. And then these two are going to zoom off in pursuit. They go 80 feet off in the direction, climbing up to try and chase Carlos away.
Rude.
Actually, it makes sense for the imps to put their gusto into trying to get to you guys. So they like fly up and they're harassing you like birds. They're above you by about 5 feet, and they're gnashing and jabbering, but they have yet to attack as they can. But you're surrounded by imps. And that is their turn, which makes it Carlos's turn.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So I guess I'll have. How close are these guys to me now?
They have advanced 80 feet closer to you, and I think they were like 130 before.
Okay, so they're close enough.
They're 50.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fucking steady aim and fire at that closest one. Cause fuck them.
Walk.
Hell yeah, that's 25 to hit.
$25 definitely hits.
Oh, I think I can still count them. So that is 35. Yeah, 35 damage.
On which one?
Oh, this one.
Oh, that one.
Hell yeah.
Kill him.
All right.
Blast
How
of
much
starlight.
movement? How much movement does Rabbit have?
90 feet flying, which makes 180 feet if she dashes.
All or most of her stats are on the description.
Oh yeah, if you right click on her, you can see everything.
Oh, nice.
How tall is your wall of flame there, Paelias?
20 feet.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna have her start flying. I have her dash and start flying towards Paelias and Vari. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Seven, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100? Ah! And yeah, I guess I'll end my turn there.
Oh. All right. Making it the Blood Witch's turn. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she ends her turn in the thing. She gets blasted, right?
If she ends her turn in it, I roll the damage again, and she has to make the save.
Okay, and if she passes through that specific wall here, she gets damage.
She also takes damage. If either of those two occur, she takes damage, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's too bad for her, I think. Stand by.
It's rounded down, right? I assumed, but figured I'd ask.
Yeah, it's rounded down. No, just double check. You're an elf, so you're immune to charming.
No.
No,
you're resistant to
I have resistance, so I roll
That's
with
what it is.
advantage.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was resistant or immune.
Am I making a save?
No, I couldn't remember if it was immune or resistant, that's all. But if it is resistant, then you feel... I need you to take a wisdom saving throw on a DC of...
And this is a charm
15.
effect, so I'll have advantage. Just double check.
Against 15.
Well, that's a 15 plus a 9, so a 24.
Nice. Okay, you feel a touch of a suggestion against your mind, but you're able to resist it.
My mind's
Easily.
more powerful than yours,
Bitch. And she ends her turn by taking a dex saving throw of DC 20.
20.
Oh, 9, so she takes another 23 damage. She has disappeared into the darkness, however.
Wait, can she even see me to cast the spell then?
I am aware of her situation, and yet that still has happened.
Whoa.
Let that evaluate your decision making however you so choose. Okay. No. So she ends her turn, but there's still 2 more. This one's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's going to go here. And I'm going to just verify some ranges. Okay, I don't think this has a saving throw, but I'm just going to make absolutely certain before I start playing funny jokes.
Oh my god.
None. Okay.
He's winding up.
Vari has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. She has been hexed.
No, Hex just affects skill checks.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Skill checks.
I think it's
but you have
it's
disadvantage on
stupid,
wisdom
but
checks.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't. Wow, whatever. I did what I did. I said what I said.
Copy that.
And as a bonus action, Vari, you must succeed on a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Nah, it's easy.
He's winding up.
Sorry, you roll what now?
You need to succeed on a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma.
Oh, no,
Got
sorry,
this.
never mind. No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh.
She
What?
can't do what I thought she was doing. I reread it a second time and I realized there's a range component that is
Disregard.
not met. Disregard. But you are still hexed, so any wisdom ability checks that you make can't do. And as we round out to the last blood witch, check on witch. I check on the damage values of this. A beam of crackling energy streaks towards the phantasmal steed of which you two are riding, upon which you two are riding. And it is within 120 feet. Three beams come firing out, and that's a ranged spell attack. What's the AC of that steed?
10, but it doesn't matter whether it takes damage or not,
Why is that?
because at this point it's already taken sufficient damage to start disappearing, and that
Okay.
takes a minute no matter what.
For the sake of the fact that I'm gonna roll the dice and do the rules anyways, it takes 20. Oh no, sorry, I have to roll the attacks first. I'm stupid. have to roll the attack. And on a hit, 17. So it's only still hits. 1, 2, 3. So that's 8, 9, 10. Wow, perfect. Total of 2. Whatever. 9, 10, 19 plus 8 is 27 damage to the steed. So it begins fading. It'll fade in a minute, you say.
It was already fading. It'll fade in 9 more turns.
Oof. Well, now it's been struck by beams. The witch didn't know that it was fading because it's stupid.
Beams.
3 beams of crackling light, and that's the end of their turn, making it the bottom of the turn order. And more cultists come pouring out of the doors.
Wait, did it only attack the horse? It didn't attack the people riding?
Yes, because I'd already committed the attack before I knew that a horse doesn't just vanish after extra damage. I just kind of assumed that
the
it was
Phantom
like other
Steed
creatures.
is unique in that it has 1 HP, but once that HP is spent, it takes a minute for it to disappear.
Neat. Well,
Hell yeah.
as I said, I had already dedicated my attack, so that's kind of it. Went 3 beams into the steed, and no matter what, it's fading anyways. But yeah, so you saw 3 Eldritch blasts, like beams of an Eldritch blast, strike your steed around and under you.
Womp womp.
Whamp whamp. That's my bad, but I'm not gonna just redo it just because I didn't know the rule. It is bottom of the turn order. More cultists and Rakdos cultists come pouring out of the doors, and that makes it Paelias' turn. I'm gonna boop them into their place.
Gasp.
Gasp.
Do they come into the fire?
Well, they open the door and see the fact that there's fire, and they're not stupid enough to go bouncing in, so I'm going to put them like this. But these ones come pouring out of this door.
All right. Then my only real question is, how does disengaging work when you're mounted?
Well, the mount would disengage.
You have to both disengage unless you're a cavalier. I believe.
There you go.
Interesting knowledge.
So
I'm gonna
I
just
would have to
check mounted
disengage,
combat.
the horse would have to disengage, and Vari would have to disengage.
I'm looking at the mounted combat section of the player's handbook for me to enlighten myself, because I've never had a mounted combatant try to disengage before. They've usually all died on their mounts.
Oh, never mind. I'm wrong about cavalier.
Wrong in what sense?
You have advantage on saving throws made to avoid falling off your mount. I thought Born to the Saddle was something else.
So, it only has 3 options, 3 action options: dash, disengage, and dodge. So,
I mean, it's
it has to
already
disengage.
fading, so the horse doesn't really need to. Just you
No,
need
but
to.
what I mean is, if the horse
The imps
runs
are
away,
flying within 5 feet of you two, so the imps are
so-
attacking the both of you. So you will
Yeah.
have to disengage.
I will have to disengage. Okay. I don't really want to use any spells, and I don't have any great option for killing them with cantrips either. I guess I will take the disengage action, and the horse will take the dash action, because further damage at this point won't matter.
Okay, I found it. It's in 198 of the player's handbook, which I believe is mounted combat rules. If the mount provokes opportunity attacks, the attacker gets to choose whether he targets the mount or the rider or any passengers, I guess.
Look at
So
that.
if the mount disengages, it doesn't provoke the opportunity attack, and therefore it can't target me. If I am understanding that correct.
That's how I interpret it right off the bat.
Yeah, I guess the steed will disengage then, and will go 100 feet this way.
Okay, so you disengage and then you move how many feet?
100 feet.
Is that as a dash or is that as its regular movement
No,
speed?
regular movement. Phantom steed is fast as fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had this discussion 2 sessions ago. Deadly. Okay, you bounce. At a certain point in time, you're going to run out of rooftop. What do at that point in time?
Well, I'm thinking about that, assuming the 100 feet didn't make us run out of rooftop.
Not yet, but like imminently. There's about, we'll say, a reasonably sized building. Probably that one has like 60 feet of roof. So
60
you guys,
feet of roof left?
no, total. So, like from edge of roof here to other edge of roof, 60 foot.
Ah.
Which means that's the end of your turn, which means it's Vari's turn, and she's along for the ride. I don't
So
know
we're
if she
20
has
feet away from the edge then now.
Yeah, so imminently, as I had mentioned.
Well, I have a move. It's not an ideal move, but it is a move.
Oh yeah, I guess you still have like your full things because it's just your steed who's done all the hard work right now.
All right, yeah, I didn't take an action. Given that we only have 20 feet left and the steed is disappearing, I will cast Fly as a 4th level spell, targeting myself and Vari.
How does that affect the
the
steed?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm not targeting the steed.
And
I'm
is your
targeting myself and Vari with flying.
fly is concentration, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Is
the
wall of fire
will
also?
disappear.
Okay. Deadly. This is important for me to know. I'm just gonna floop that so that we know that
And
it's
then
moved out.
I guess I will spend 30 feet to dismount and then fly 30 feet diagonally up and away.
Understood.
And tell Vari to follow me.
Fire, you fools! Hell yeah. That would make it Vari's turn.
Well, I guess she's gonna follow Paelias.
You're gonna fly off into and the phantom steed is just gonna sort of, we'll just say it disappears. For the sake of the fact that I don't think it matters anymore. Okay. Them gladiators are all running about. They don't really have anything to do because everything is super far, so they're focusing on protecting their witches. These guys are gonna go whoop. They're all gonna run their 20, 40, 60. Five, 10, 15. All these guys are like spreading out, trying to figure out what to do. The cluster of get away, go away. Dead. This guy's gonna go run back and disappear. We don't know where they went. And doesn't matter about that. Vinshenzo and Vaszerei. Oh, sorry, it was Vazerei's turn first. I completely skipped over you. I'm sorry. You've been standing in shock and awe.
Since it's been mostly just me and him role-playing right now, I'm actually going to be moving ahead of him.
Oh, I didn't even see that the two of you were...
We've been role-playing on this
RPing.
game.
I'm so glad that you're doing that.
Isn't
Yeah,
that what you're supposed to do in this game?
Yeah, keep doing it.
Yeah, we're walking along.
I'm
I mean,
winning.
you're in a realm of yourself.
Vinshenzo's ushering Vaszerei to the south to go look at the lady.
Okay.
Yep, and
So
she
you
is
two are
going to
gonna-
follow those directions and is going to take point in heading that direction.
Okay. Carlos, how far are you from... This is your... Like, how high up are you off the roof?
I'm 180 feet in the air, so I guess 120 feet above the roof.
Okay, so they're 60. So these guys are gonna bounce up 100, however much. They got 80 feet of flying. I think 60 plus 80 is 140. So, yeah. So they're 40 feet away from you. They're the only things that can come up after you, so it's now your turn.
It's my turn. All right. I'm gonna shoot this one. I guess I'm gonna do the steady aim and then fire at him.
Steady aim, kaplamo.
Yeah, pretty much.
See if we'll pop into the ramp.
I hope so.
Real human infinity stone.
19 to hit.
A 19 hits.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that's going to be another dead imp.
I think
Maybe.
so
Have
too.
like 10 health.
34 damage.
Foop.
Cool. Then I'm going to have Rabbit follow after Paelias and Vari using the dash action.
Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
You easily catch up. Are you going to descend in altitude to reach them, or are you going to stay flying above?
I am going to. How high are they right now?
That's a question for Paelias.
90
He
feet.
was.
I am 90 feet. It's up to Vari if she wants to be 90 feet or 120 feet up.
I'd probably just be 90 feet too.
All right. Then I'll maintain my current altitude of 180 feet. I'm Overwatch.
Gotcha. Overwatch, sniper cover.
That's right. I've been doing a good job.
You have been.
Vinshenzo accidentally unlocked the meta for me.
I just need sharpshooter.
This is never intended. I'm a melee build, I swear.
Accidentally no longer melee build.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense, I gotta say.
Sniper Carlos.
It truly is Mogadishu now. At this point in time, nothing can... Well, the imps can catch up to you guys, but there's only one left. And it's going to move... I'm not going to worry about the stuff in here for a second, but what is the intention of fleeing party? Because that kind of matters to me.
Regrouping and getting to a relatively safe place.
Yeah, Carlos is
Okay.
going to be staying near Vari and Paelias.
How long does your flight last? It's an hour, eh?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It is not
okay.
an hour. So we could fly like a mile away.
Let me just... Be warned, this thing's about to move. Oh, wait, I can just keep it locked and I can do it this way. Ah, I'm learning. Fear me.
Beautiful.
It's over there. Oh, all the shit stayed. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Okay. We'll just look over here. That's
Look
you.
over there, distraction.
You're right there. Where you have 10 minutes-ish to flee, where do you go? Also, what measures do you take to hide yourself, given the fact that you're very visible in the night sky? Or do you take any measures?
How
This is a question for
far
Carlos as well.
is the wall?
Oh, about a mile.
I would probably fly straight to the wall, as that is the only place we know is safe within, well, flight distance. My limited flight distance.
What measures, if any, do you take to hide yourself? This is an open question for Vari and Carlos as
none.
well. Okay.
If we start taking fire, I might readjust.
Understandable. Righty then. Vari, are you going to try and hide yourself while flying?
We flying through dim light at all?
Yeah, it's all dim light.
I can just be invisible.
Deadly. Carlos?
A Gloomstalker all over again. No, Carlos doesn't really have anything to really do.
He's going to rely on the
mean,
fact that he can shoot anything before it gets
Yeah,
close
he's
enough
going to rely on two things: the fact that Rabbit is black, and it's
Yeah, that's
dark,
racist.
and he can shoot things pretty good.
Gotcha. Understood. That seems pretty good to me. All right. That leaves us with Vinshenzo and Vaszerei. And we'll... you guys are going to basically wander off this map, so I don't have to worry about it for the moment right now. So, kind of jump around quick. This is really... What was that, 7 turns, I think? 7 rounds of combat. Pretty good stuff. So you are moving towards the passage where you suspect the Harlequin to be coming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wander into the passageway. All of the onrushing hordes, well, clusters of cultists and soldiers and other members of the Rakdos cult are in and scattering about the bathhouse. They're clamoring through the corridors, and as the Rakdos cult realizes that you've all made your escape, they begin turning around, bumping into each other, trying to pass the message along that there's no one here. And eventually, within a few moments, I think you observe the physical realm in terms of, like, you have to walk through the hallways. You can't just disappear through a wall. So as you weave through a few of the hallways and the changed locker rooms and things like that, where a lot of these guys are flooding in from, you see her, the great Harlequin herself, surrounded by a coven of blood witches. How I believe, given the fact that you are in the ethereal realm, you cannot actually be... Can you be detected by detect magic? I ask this because I have no idea.
No,
I don't
you would
believe
need.
so.
You're just on another plane entirely.
You would need true sight to be able to see them, because that sees into the border ethereal.
Yeah, they can't even detect you whatsoever, so that's pretty great. So you see the shadowy form of the Harlequin and 3 blood mages, or blood witches.
As the spell states, if I understand correctly, creatures that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive you and can't interact with you unless a special ability or magic has given the ability to do so.
Yeah, that's why I was double checking with the detect magic side of things. Because as a cultist, like, as somebody comes up and runs up in their haste, they report to the Harlequin that everyone has disappeared, which immediately the coven of witches begin to chant and murmur in a sickening language, in a fiendish language.
I don't like
Oh.
Or sorry, it's abyssal. I don't think either of you understand abyssal.
I do not.
But
Isaac did.
Isaac did. Yeah, that's true. As
R.I.P.
Doesn't Vari?
certain somebody has come into contact with the abyss in the shadows of her mind.
Yeah.
It tugs at you, Vaszerei, this language that you cannot comprehend, but yet it is so familiar. And they hiss with disgust after a few moments as they report to the Harlequin that nothing is near. And she herself, she pouts with disgust. And then quite
Rolled
quickly, with a set of rending steel talons, disembowels the unfortunate cultist which had presented her with such unfortunate news. And she says, "Very well, we'll have to start anew. We still have more corpses, yes? Yes. Time is of the essence." She storms off. "Find those vagabonds! I want their heads!"
She's gonna start the ritual again?
We'll need to lead them.
Perhaps. As she begins to Sarah's, you being a very big distraction, yes you are. One. As she begins to stalk off, how close are you getting to these folkerinos? Because I mean, they don't perceive you in any way, shape, or form. I've just described sort of the room at large. Curious to know what you two are gonna do.
Vinshenzo would be like with a hand up to his chin in contemplation and like circling around her, pondering as she speaks and does bad things. He would grimace at the disemboweling as it was described and look away for that, but he's just kind of hanging out, watching her and listening intently.
Okay, so you're gonna get close enough. So as she begins walking back out of the building, the trio of blood witches are whispering to her in low tones. They speak in the common tongue, so you're able to understand them. But they do so only once. Only once. It seems as though no one else is here for them. And one of the three witches whispers, "My lady, we do not have the right ingredients. We have lost the holy symbols. We have lost the icon and the blood of the angel. It's been used up by the summoning." And she stops for a moment and looks at the witch aghast. "What are you saying? You saying we cannot do this again?" "No, we have enough blood, but we don't have a holy sacrifice." She grunts. "We'll have to see about that. There must be another angel lying about here. The burrows are full of them. Hunt me down one. We must bring our lord to this realm. This is his kingdom anew." Begin stalking out the bathhouse with purpose. "If you cannot find one for me, I shall get an angel myself."
Oh.
"Inform those Rakdos scum. Make themselves useful once again." And the witch coven bow their heads even lower into their crooked forms. They begin to scurry off.
Vinshenzo gestures the hand from his chin to Vaszerei and says, "It is good that I absconded with you when I did, then. You could have been quite the prize, it seems."
I'm sorry, I had to look away for a moment. Run that by me again.
Shame!
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Vinshenzo gestures towards you and says, "It is good I absconded with you when I did. It seems as though you would have made quite a prize to them," in response to them talking about needing an angel for the sacrifice.
Yes, though flatter me thinking that I some sort of angel that would be worthy of their sacrifice if they seek an angel.
Are you not?
I am simply a champion of Bahamut.
You were given wings by him himself, were you not?
I was. But when I think of angels, I think of, the Asimar that walk the streets.
Carlos!
No, not of Carl. I mean, probably. I mean, he would have the kind of blood for it. Yeah, sure. No, I'm referring to like the actual like true angels that walk or that fly with the Boros Legion. So I don't know if I would count as something that they would need for their sacrifice. But regardless of that, it seems that we have done what we needed to do, and you have chosen the right time to prevent me from going on more of a rampage. I lost myself.
They seem quite desperate, and I do not know how particular their ritual is.
Neither do I.
Perhaps a champion of Bahamut with wings would have sufficed. I shudder to think of what would be done.
Well, I'd rather not think about it if I can help it, because I don't intend on letting that happen.
I forgot I'm on the ethereal plane. Well, I
It
guess.
does.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I will say, though, my king, it does put a great smile on my face seeing her frustrated with her plans being foiled once again.
Once again.
Why, yes.
I do believe this is the first complication we have caused her, at least.
Well, judging by the sounds of things are not going according to plan. At all.
Yes.
And she seems to be in a hurry. So that makes me wonder if she has time to worry about.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Can I get a hell yeah in chat?
One last thing. Since she is working with demons, perhaps time is something that she is worried about. They do have their pacts to uphold.
Yes. A fickle curse,
Aimea, what?
indeed.
Pacts?
If she has a pact, Knight is saying if she has a pact with a devil, and there's a time contingency, or
Yes,
it's
true.
time contingent.
Yeah,
You
that's
are-
why Vaszerei is bringing
You
it up.
are commonly aware of the fact that Rakdos is a cult that literally worships a demon, and it has been confirmed to you that that demon is something that exists in the realm of Rakdos. Like it was an actual thing that was hanging around on their realm.
Hell yeah. Yes, I must send word to... What's the Sphinx's name again?
Icaros the Sphinx.
Icaros. I must send word to Icaros.
Yes, we should at once.
That he should recall his angels.
Or at the very least warn them.
We cannot risk them summoning whatever god it is that they intend to summon.
Oh, excuse me.
You wouldn't happen to know who they'd be trying to allow entry to the city?
DM, did you say for a moment I heard Archeon?
No. When the Blood Witches were muttering their magic, they were using like the language of abyssal.
Oh, the abyssal tongue. Okay.
Like the tongue of the abyss, which kind of like I'm going to put this in a very because of the fact that your mind had been so tainted, like the language itself sort of like speaks to you kind of the way a cigarette smoker smelling cigarette smoke after quitting would be like, oh, what's that smell? Like it's that allure, that forbidden allure that like pulls at your mind. So that's kind of what clued you into the fact that it was abyssal tongue. But aside from that, it didn't affect anything.
Most worrying.
But then after that, the conversations between the two of them were in common. As a reminder, she stated that the whole purpose of this was to draw her king to this new realm, which would be his kingdom. Perhaps that's a hint.
May I roll a religion check to answer possibly Vinshenzo's question? Or would I need a different roll?
It is common knowledge that the cult of Rakdos worships an actual demon named Rakdos.
Yes.
Henceforth, I'm sure Vaszerei at average intelligence would put 2 and 2 together that perhaps they were talking about Rakdos, the demon.
Maybe. More than likely, but who knows? Maybe other demons exist with him. We don't know.
Roll religion. You know what, Vaszerei, roll religion. I will always forever appreciate the fathomless depths of her mind and the mysterious ways in which it works.
Hell yeah. That'd be 12.
Hell yeah.
It's Rakdos.
That's a solid roll.
Motherfucker, man.
Unfailable roll.
Yeah.
No, there was a DC. I made it up in my mind.
I've been
What was it?
If she
1?
rolled low enough, it was gonna be the dragon.
Oh no!
Like
I don't know, 5.
after a certain point in time, I think Vaszerei becomes her own worst enemy at some point.
She's gonna like grab
Yes.
at Vincenzo's like
Night
suit
is
jacket.
Vazerei's worst enemy.
The demon worshipping cult of Rakdos is gonna summon the abyssal dragon of my nightmares! They must be stopped!
Let's be stopped, don't you understand? Well, dude.
I'm making it headcanon that she didn't come out of the abyss fully altogether.
Never left the abyss.
Yeah, part of her stayed behind.
Never left the abyss.
She's turning into fucking what's his name? That stupid idiot from Isaac's backstory.
Gotrek.
Yeah, Vazerei's gonna turn slowly into Gotrek with how just fucking insane she's becoming. Just not altogether there. The more she fails shit, the just more she goes completely insane.
He's here in the city now.
Yeah, he fucked off into the sky. He's somewhere. We don't know what he's doing. Same thing with Peter. He's just causing havoc. You haven't seen him yet. I wonder if that'll be significant or not.
Yes, I inform Vin that most likely it would have to be Rakdos, so Rakdos himself.
Hell yeah.
But we should hurry in sending our message. Not a moment to lose.
I'm sending.
Hell yeah.
Sending.
With a 5% chance to fail. Or whatever, the not being on the same plane thing
I think
is.
it's 10%.
If the target's on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the
hell
message
yeah.
doesn't arrive.
The fun little meta of this whole like cross clashing of
I sent it in IC. If I roll 5 or less on this dice roll, then it fails to go. I win.
He wins.
You win! Hooray!
What does he win?
It was either 36 or
message.
63.
Either way, it wasn't a 5.
Either way, he wins.
Either way,
I sent it in IC.
Okay. I see that.
Good night.
He acknowledges the message and he says he will inform Ibri at once to recall their angels to safety.
The safety.
And they will expedite. With 25 words or less, he's gonna try and grab the bodies and bring them all. Basically, anything that's been downed is gonna get pursued and saved.
This will make the fighting harder, though.
Yeah, because now they have to guard their most powerful possessions. At 21:55, what are your next steps, Vaszerei and Vinshenzo, as you two are the ones that are left behind enemy lines?
I'm going to walk the ethereal plane with Vin.
Yeah,
Explore this
we're gonna
strange
spy
place.
on people.
Go
This is
into the
a
girls'
rare-
locker room.
This is a rare opportunity. Well, it's not weird for me, but it's weird for Vin.
The girls' locker room
Dude, don't hump my cat.
at the bathhouse.
Oh,
Weirdo. Okay, you guys are gonna go do some spying for. Sorry, I wasn't talking about you. You're not the weirdo. My dog's a weirdo for humping my cat.
The girls' locker room.
The girls' locker room. Okay. And you just want to see the background activities of the Rakdos cult.
yeah.
Or
That's pretty
they
solid.
could follow the Blood Witches or the bits or so.
I mean, all of these things count as
Yeah, we can do it in IC.
peering into the.
Yeah.
Oh, I have so much free time, so I can do it in IC. Okay. For Carlos and Vari and Paelias, you make it back to the wall unopposed, though not unharassed. However, nothing comes close enough to endangering you. And as such, you make it to safety. What are your next actions, or if you would like to interact with one another or the guards, we can do so quickly now. Set up for either IC or next session.
No, we can pick up next session. I was just gonna maybe send a message to Vinshenzo to see where the fuck
Okay.
they went and what they're doing, and then I was just going to summon a new horse and go back to the original plan.
Would you like to do that just so that we can set up on the right foot, just in case maybe their actions, I know it's meta or not, but given that Vin gets a chance to mislead you if he decides, it's kind of an important IC thing.
I'll
Give
use
your
my
message, you
last-
can give a response, and then we can present a plan for the next
Oh.
session.
Okay, it will arrive, and I guess I will simply say we returned to the wall of the conclave. Where did you guys go?
I'll say the place in between planes. We're spying.
All right,
Hell yeah.
and I will leave them to it, and I will relay that to Vari and Carlos.
We will find you when you need us most.
In the ethereal plane.
Hell yeah.
Also, I wave at thee from the ethereal plane. You just can't see it.
What?
What indeed. All right, so your next intended
Outside of the
action is
60 feet you
to.
can perceive. How would you even know what direction I'm in?
She just knows
Finally, I can
instinctively.
scratch my nuts in public.
That's
You
all we
can do that
wanted.
with invisibility.
You brought me to this plane of
You've
existence
been able
just
to
to
do
do
that forever.
Hell yeah.
You
Okay.
had to bring me with you just for this.
I've waited so long for this freedom.
The biggest sigh of relief. So the three of you at the wall are going to. You have the desire to resume your trek.
Resume the plan of going to these two places.
Okay. Back on plan. And from my understanding, you're going to get back on a phantom steed, or are you going to try and go on foot?
No, I'm gonna take the 11 minutes it'll take me to ritual cast it.
Okay. And Carlos has rabbit. Lucky.
Wait, can Rabbit take all three of us? That might be a bit crowded.
I don't know what the. I don't know if Rabbit can carry 3 human. I mean, it's 2 medium-sized creatures plus a fairly robust kobold.
Technically small.
Yeah, but
So,
you're not a lady, so I can ask you this: how much do you weigh?
I don't know. Is that on my character sheet?
It should be.
I mean, you've been playing this character for 3 fucking years. I should hope you know how much you weigh.
I don't know. I don't own a scale. 80 pounds, apparently.
80. Your weight is
Holy
80.
moly.
Okay. Chill's a tight 150. Deadly. How much can Rabbit carry while flying?
There's her stats.
Strength score time.
Well, I'm reading it right now.
And then double.
Double it and pass it along to the next person.
Times 15 and then double.
Oh, hold on.
I'm just gonna Google it.
Juju.
Pegasus carrying fast.
I have strength of 18, so that would be 270 times 2 for 540 pounds.
Yeah, I can carry all
But it
3 of you.
it can carry 540 pounds without effort, and can carry up to double that with reduction in speed.
So the 3 of you can comfortably, very intimately gather all together on Rabbit. I'm saying that unnecessarily, but yeah, the 3 of you can get on Rabbit,
Oh my.
and Rabbit can go at full speed.
Whoa. But is there enough space?
I feel like
You know what? We'll just have 2 people on Rabbit, and then I'll phantom speed on my own.
Hell yeah.
Even if the weight worked, I feel like that would be uncomfortable.
probably. I mean, the desire is to
Probably.
go and like check out places, so that kind of makes